Hey guys, this is Sports with Dylan. Elias Lindholm, the Flames star center, has been traded to the Vancouver Canucks. Elias Lindholm is someone who got talked about quite a bit in the trade market for a couple of reasons. First of all, he's a good center. Second of all, a lot of good teams are lacking in centers. Third of all, he is a pending unrestricted free agent. Fourth of all, the Flames have been struggling, so it's unlikely that they would re-sign him. Fifth of all, there's no fifth of all. That would just make a perfect trade candidate. And people are right, especially after this past summer when they traded away Tyler Toffoli to the Devils. It's pretty much the same thing, and yet they got more for Elias Lindholm. And I would argue most of that is because the center position is more valuable, and also the fact that it's mid-season, so competitive teams know exactly what they're looking for. So teams like the Canucks would not have been in the running for Tyler Toffoli in the summer. But now, the Canucks are a very good team. So now, yes, a second-line center would be great for them. And that is what Elias Lindholm is. In exchange, the Calgary Flames receive Andrei Kuzmenko, who we'll get into in a minute, a couple of prospects, and a 2024 first-round pick. It's nothing amazing, but it's not bad either. For both sides, really. It's about market value, I'd say, especially given that he's a pending unrestricted free agent. I don't think the Flames got a steal of a deal here, but I don't think the Canucks did either. So, I'd say this is pretty much a win-win for both sides. The Flames managed to trade away someone that they probably weren't going to bring back, and mid-season, because they're not going to make the playoffs, well, the Canucks, who are going to make the playoffs, managed to get someone that will help them make a bigger push in these playoffs. And maybe they'll try and re-sign him. We'll see. So I said I'd get into Andrei Kuzmenko. Andrei Kuzmenko was a star KHL, which is the Russian Hockey League, if you do not know, player. He ended up going to Vancouver just a year ago, where he played extremely well in his first season. And he ended up getting a 2-year contract extension. But this year, it just has not worked out for him. He has struggled quite a bit. He is getting scratched repeatedly in games. He's just not looking remotely like he did last year, which means that he likely had to go. He also had a fairly big contract, especially for his performance, and the Canucks don't really need him. They have a ton of players excelling on offense, and now they have Elias Lindholm as well. So I think it's good for him to get a change of scenery, and I think it's a good thing for the Canucks that he's not with them anymore. I do think that he is a strong bounce-back candidate, be it this year or next year, because of how much potential he showed in his first NHL season. I have a theory that he's just in a slump. I suspect that he will bounce back. We'll see, but I think he's going to turn into a superstar again, and probably, maybe not probably, but most likely a first-line winger for the Flames. So this will be fun to watch, I'm sure, for both sides. All in all, I think this trade is a win-win for everyone involved. Elias Lindholm got a more competitive team. Andrei Kuzmenko got a change of scenery. The Flames got a pretty good deal for a guy that wasn't going to come back. And the Canucks got an additional guy to help them make a run at the playoffs. But what this does mean for the Flames is that it started. You see, Elias Lindholm was not their only pending unrestricted free agent. Neither was Tyler Toffoli, same thing as past summer. You've also got 2 star defensemen with Noah Hanifin and Chris Tanev. Both of these guys could be strongly contested in the trade market leading up to the deadline as well. So it'll be interesting to see what the Flames do. And maybe there's some other candidates that the Flames decide to ship away as well. Maybe Jacob Markstrom or Nazem Kadri. Neither of those guys are pending unrestricted free agents, but we'll see. It depends on how far the Flames really want to dive into a rebuild. But what I do know is that this is going to be fun leading up to the trade deadline, watching where these guys will go. And honestly, I'm surprised Elias Lindholm got traded this early. But it's probably just because the Canucks want to make the deal. They didn't want anyone to come in and try and steal Elias Lindholm. Because like I mentioned in the beginning, there are a lot of teams that could have used Elias Lindholm. The Avalanche, still looking for a second-line center. The Bruins, still looking for a first-line center. The Jets, looking for a second-line center. The list just goes on and on. Honestly, you could probably name every competitive team in the league and they would take Elias Lindholm at a good price. But there aren't that many that can truly afford it. And the Canucks were just one of those teams. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys again soon.